Hi guys, Amy here from ALM Fitness, and today I thought I'd share a video because I saw two posts on social media yesterday which has triggered this video. So it was Pancake Day yesterday and there were lots of photos and videos all on social media all about pancakes, and one post I saw was a mom who was cooking pancakes for her kids, and she said that she couldn't have the pancakes, she couldn't join in and have the pancakes. Another post that I saw was a lady who follows Slimming World, and she said that she can enjoy her pancakes guilt-free. Now, firstly, you should never ever feel guilty around the foods that you consume. So if you are in this mindset, you've obviously got this relationship with food that you're demonizing the food, whatever it might be. It might be carbs, it might be pancakes, it might be whatever it is, it might be chocolate, it might be alcohol, and that leads you to a bit of a restrictive mindset. So you then restrict and remove that food group from your diet, which is a big thing that we discourage here at ALM. You should have every food group, and you should be able to include all sorts of foods within your diet, and you should never have to restrict anything. Now, a temporary restriction might be needed for some people if they do find themselves having a bit of a binge and purge tendency, where they will restrict a certain food group from their diet, and then when they do have it, they binge on it, which obviously that is then going to take you into a calorie surplus, and then it's not going to be any benefit to your fat loss goals if fat loss is your goal. But what happens by that restrictive behaviour is that we just crave it even more, and you want it more and more, and you're like, oh, I really want those pancakes, I really want it, but I can't have it, so you want it more, and that might lead you to eat and overconsume on other foods. So if fat loss is your main focus, and that you are finding that you are restricting foods from your diet, then you need to question about your behaviour when it's towards foods, and certain foods in particular. Is it the food itself? Probably not, because one single food group itself isn't going to cause a whole load of damage to your body. But what probably happens is that you overindulge and you overconsume on that type of food. So pancakes, bread is usually a big one that people turn to, sweet stuff, so chocolates, etc. And you overindulge, and that takes you into that calorie surplus. So you then think that it's that food that is causing you to gain weight, which technically it is, because it's making you go into that calorie surplus, but it's not the food itself. It's the fact that you are overindulging on these foods, and you've obviously got the lack of control because you've probably restricted it, which is then causing you to overindulge. And when it comes to that kind of guilt thought process, try, and we encourage to have all sorts of foods in our diet with all of our ALM members, because we should never feel guilty about the foods that we consume. Food is food, and it goes back to that energy balance. It goes back to, if fat loss is your goal, you need to be in a calorie deficit. So you need to be educated and made aware about the foods that you're eating and the calories that they consume or contain. So therefore, you know exactly what you can and can't have. So yesterday being Pancake Day, having 2 or 3 pancakes with whatever topping that you choose should have been allowed in your diet, completely guilt-free, completely acceptable within that day. And you should never feel that you have been left out and that you couldn't have joined in with eating some pancakes with your kids, or having that guilt-free meal. Pancakes are pancakes, you know, they're not going to do any harm to you. It's everything else, and the added surplus of calories and the lack of exercise that is going to be the issue when it comes to your weight gain, not that one food group in particular. So hopefully that's helped. Please, please, please stop feeling guilty towards food. It's not the food, it's your behaviour around the food, and it's your behaviours after consuming that food and your thought processes. So please stop feeling guilty about food. And if you are struggling with this, then obviously reach out to a coach who can guide and educate you to give you the support that you need, so you can stop feeling this way towards food, because we love all foods and we should consume all foods within our diet without ever feeling guilty about them. So if you've got any questions or if you want some support, then obviously reach out to us. We'd love to help, and I'll speak to you soon.